We pulled up to the neon sign, honeymooning on a dime. Dusty road, the rusty key, thought this place was meant to be. Checked in with a smile and a six-pack in hand, but the honeymoon suite had a hole in the fan. Moonshine motel memories, cheap love in a crooked bed. Bottles gone and my baby's mad, wishing we'd stay home instead. Paint peeling walls and a jukebox crying, today love feels like it's dying. Moonshine motel memories, not the dream we planned. TV flickered, shower broke, sheets smelled like a barnyard goat. I said, baby, let's just laugh. She threw her shoe and drained my flask. Neighbors fighting down the hall, cops showed up, we heard it all. Our sweet escape turned to a scene from a late night brawl. Moonshine motel memories, cheap love in a crooked bed. Bottles gone and my baby's mad, wishing we'd stay home instead. Paint peeling walls and a jukebox crying, today love feels like it's dying. Moonshine motel memories, not the dream we planned. I picture beaches, champagne skies, instead it's roaches and a rolling eyes. If this is forever, Lord help me through. Our honeymoon's looking like deja vu. Moonshine motel memories, hangovers and broken vows. Woke up to a fighting rooster outside, can't fix this honeymoon now. Love ain't dead, but it sure got tested in a roadside dump where dreams got arrested. Moonshine motel memories, just you, me, and regret in room 103. But at least the ice machine worked. Well, darling, at least the ice machine worked. Woo! Woo! At least the ice machine worked. Checked in at the roadside inn, thought we struck it rich. Neon sign said luxury, but the lobby had a hitch. The clerk just grinned, took our cash, handed us a key. Said, y'all enjoy the honeymoon, it's as fancy as can be. But there's bed bugs in the honeymoon suite, chewing on our love like a midnight feast. I swore I'd sweep you off your feet, and I'll swamp bugs dancing in the sheets. Guess romance don't come cheap, with bed bugs in the honeymoon suite. Champagne was warm, the AC broke, TV spark filled the room with smoke. Curtains smelled like old moonshine, the mattress squeaked in double time. Tried to kiss you close, but you slapped my cheek. Thought it was me, but it was one of those freaks. There's bed bugs in the honeymoon suite, chewing on our love like a midnight feast. I swore I'd sweep you off your feet, and I'll swap bugs dancing in the sheets. Guess romance don't come cheap, with bed bugs in the honeymoon suite. Bugs crawled by with a wink in his eye, said, welcome home, y'all, don't even try. We laughed through the bites, held on real tight. Love still love, even itching all night. But there's bed bugs in the honeymoon suite, chewing on our vows like a midnight tree. Ain't no fairy tale retreat, not swatching to the backbeat. Guess romance don't come cheap, with bed bugs in the honeymoon suite. So we'll tell the story when we're gray and old, how the fanciest room was a bug motel, still holding hands, laughing through the pain. We got a honeymoon story insane. but the air was dead. The night was hot, sweating bullets in a honeymoon spot. You cracked a beer, I rolled my eyes. Romance melted in the humid skies. Broken AC and a case of beer. This ain't the love we planned out here. We're dripping sweat, not sweet desire. Arguing louder than a motel choir. From I do to I don't know, dear. It's broken AC and a case of beer. You wanted kisses, I wanted sleep, but the heat made promises we couldn't keep. Bed sheets sticking, tempers too. Every word I said just boiled with you. You popped the top, another round, while my patience burned straight to the ground. Broken AC and a case of beer. This ain't the love we planned out here. We're dripping sweat, not sweet desire. Arguing louder than a motel choir. From I do to I don't know, dear. It's broken AC and a case of beer. The ice machine's busted, the TV's fried. Our honeymoon's laughing at the tears we cried. Ain't no roses, ain't no song, just two hillbilly hearts where it all went wrong. Broken AC and a case of beer. This ain't the love we planned out here. We're dripping sweat, not sweet desire. Arguing louder than a motel choir. From I do to I don't know, dear. It's broken AC and a case of beer. So here's the passion that disappeared, with broken AC and a case of beer.
We drove off, grinning, just me and my bride. Found a cabin in the woods where the fireflies hide. Planned a weekend of love, no kinfolk near. Just candles, moonlight, and a cooler of beer. But the gravel road rumbled with pickup sounds. Tailgates dropping, boots hitting the ground. I knew right then our quiet night was done. The family reunion had just begun. Cousins crashed the cabin, kicked down the door. Tracking in mud all over the floor. They brought guitars, moonshine, and Uncle Clyde's hound. Turned our honeymoon hideout to a hold down. Yeah, romance went missing when the beer started flowing. Cousins crashed the cabin and the chaos kept growing. Aunt May's in the kitchen frying catfish up. Junior's in the hot tub with a Dixie cup. Grandpa's passed out on the porch swing chair, and somebody's chickens are running out there. My bride's in her veil looking fit to fight, trying to shove kinfolk back into night. Because of Earl's fiddle until the sunrise glow, shouting, y'all, let's make this a honeymoon show. Cousins crashed the cabin, stomped on the bed, spilled corn whiskey where the candles once lit. They danced on the table and the wall shook around, turned our honeymoon hideout to a hold down. Yeah, privacy vanished when the banjos kept going. Cousins crashed the cabin and the chaos kept growing. Wanted kisses by the fire, soft flame, but got shotgun shells and a poker game. Instead of love songs, it's karaoke gone wrong, and we're just two more voices singing along. Cousins crashed the cabin, clinging to every room. One's in the bathtub, the other's on the broom. Our sweet getaway's just a barnyard town that turned our honeymoon hideout to a hold down. Yeah, vows got tested, but we laughed instead when cousins crashed the cabin and we partied instead. So if you book a cabin, think it through, 'cause the whole dang family might follow you. Aunt May's in the kitchen frying catfish up. Junior's in the hot tub with a Dixie cup. Grandpa's passed out on the porch swing chair, and somebody's chickens are running out there. My bride's in her veil looking fit to fight, trying to shove kinfolk back into night. Because of Earl's fiddle until the sunrise glow, shouting, y'all, let's make this a honeymoon show. With those privacy vanished when the banjos kept going. Cousins crashed the cabin and the party kept growing. Wanted kisses by the fire's soft flame, but got shotgun shells at a poker game. Instead of love songs, is karaoke gone wrong, and we're just two more voices singing along. Cousins crashed the cabin by the fire's soft flame, but got shotgun shells at a poker game. Instead of love songs, it's karaoke gone wrong, and we're just two more voices singing along. Cousins crashed the cabin by the fire's soft flame, but got shotgun shells and a poker game. Instead of love songs, it's karaoke gone wrong, and we're just two more voices singing along. She packed her dress, high heels and lace, dreaming about Paris, that sweet escape. But he pulled up in his rusty Ford with a tackle box and a cooler on board. Baby, forget the Eiffel Tower, we'll catch base at the break of dawn hour. Her smile fell faster than a stone, 'cause this ain't the honeymoon she'd been shown. Fishing trip instead of Paris, swapping wine for worms and catfish. No croissants, just corn on a hook. Romance traded for a muddy brook. She wanted lights on the Champs-Elysees, he wanted trout down by the bay. Fishing trip instead of Paris, and her heart just couldn't bear it. She pictured strolls by the river scene, instead she's swatting skeeters again. He grinned wide, said, "Ain't this grand?" Well, she sat mad with a beer in her hand. Her white dress smelling smoke and rain. He swore that Paris was overrated plain, but she knew deep down in her chest this backwoods trip weren't the city of love's best. Fishing trip instead of Paris, swapping love songs for redneck ballads. No champagne, just moonshine strong. No French cafes, just a country song. She dreamed of nights under starry skies. Now she's baiting hooks with tears in her eyes. Fishing trip instead of Paris, a honeymoon turned carrots. She said, "Darling, don't you see, this ain't the life you promised me. I wore this ring for better or worse, but Lord, this river feels like a curse." The frogs croaked loud, the campfire dim. She thought of Paris, but she stuck with him. He caught a fish and laughed with pride. She caught her breath, but hope had died. Fishing trip instead of Paris, love's first fight ain't so harmless. From the sand to a swampy shore, her dreams packed up and walked out the door. He raised his rod, she shook her head. Two broken hearts in a riverside bed. Fishing trip instead of Paris, a love story gone embarrassed. No Eiffel Tower, no kiss at night, just a reel, a hook, and a mosquito bite. Fishing trip instead of Paris, she's wondering if he's worth it.
We set the table with candles burning low, wine glasses clinking, a soft guitar in tow. I whispered, "Darling, tonight's just you and me," but the night had other plans, as you'll soon see. The lights flickered once, then a shadow slid by. I froze in my chair, gave a nervous sigh. Something with legs crawled across the floor, and our fancy night ain't fancy anymore. Roach Motel romance, they're dancing on the thread. Candle lights flickering over creepy little heads. I swore I'd sweep you off your feet tonight, not share my dinner with bugs and the candlelight. Roach Motel romance, love's in full distress, but we laughed through the creepers and the mess. The salad jumped, the pasta got a bite. One roach rode the wine cork like a tiny knight. I grabbed my napkin, she screamed and ran. Our table for two turned into a bug-filled jam. The ice cream clinked in our cups. The music went on, while the critters waltzed from dusk to dawn. Romance tried to hide, but the bugs held sway, turning candlelight dreams into a horror buffet. Roach Motel romance, they're dancing on the bread, candlelights flickering over creepy little heads. I swore I'd sweep you off your feet tonight, not share my dinner with bugs in the candlelight. Roach Motel romance, love's in full distress, but we laughed through the creepers and the mess. Some say love's patient, some say it's kind. We found it wriggling with 6 legs combined. We held hands tight, still tried to dine, with roaches joined in our candlelight wine. Roach Motel romance, it's a honeymoon fright. We traded sweet kisses for a bug-filled night. Love survived, though our dinner got tossed. Even with critters we held on, no matter the cost. Roach Motel romance, our hearts beat fast. A night to remember, though the bugs made it last. So raise your glass and swat with cheer to a honeymoon at the Roach Motel this year. We packed up the cooler, the rods and the boots, said goodbye to the preacher in our muddy old suits. Thought we'd find romance under stars so bright, but the tent fell down on the very first night. One tent too many problems, can't find dry ground, the rain just won't stop. Love's supposed to be forever, but we're knee deep in mud with a leaky top. If this is a honeymoon heaven, then baby it sure feels like hell. One tent too many problems, and we ain't doing so well. You burned up the hot dogs, I dropped the beer. A raccoon stole the snacks, now we're stuck out here. You said romance, I said mosquito bite. Now we're fussing in the thunder all through the night. One tent too many problems, can't find dry ground, the rain just won't stop. Love's supposed to be forever, but we're knee deep in mud with a leaky top. If this is a honeymoon heaven, then baby it sure feels like hell. One tent too many problems, and we ain't doing so well. The firewood soggy, the lantern burned out. Your hair's full of pine needles, you're starting to shout. We thought we'd make memories sweet and divine, but now I'm dreaming of a motel sign. One tent too many problems, can't find dry ground, the rain just won't stop. Love's supposed to be forever, but we're knee deep in mud with a leaky top. If this is a honeymoon heaven, then baby it sure feels like hell. One tent too many problems, and we ain't doing so well. So here's to the honeymoon, wild and insane. We survived the mud, the raccoons and rain. But next time, darling, when we say I do, we're booking the beach with a seaside view. We saved up our dollars, thought we'd go in style. Checked in at the motel by the swampy bayou mile. They said try the hot tub, it's the best in town. But when we pulled the cover back, Lord, we both jumped around. There's an alligator in the jacuzzi, grinning wide, tail splashing, teeth flashing, nearly took my bride. They sang no honeymoon, we thought we'd choose you. Lord have mercy, it's an alligator in the jacuzzi. I had champagne ready, a rose in my teeth, but that gator's bride. This ain't no honeymoon, we thought we'd choose easy. Lord have mercy, it's an alligator in the jacuzzi. I had champagne ready, a rose in my teeth, but that gator's tail smacked the towels beneath. She screamed, I hollered, ran for the door, while he settled in like he'd been there before. There's an alligator in the jacuzzi, grinning wide, tail a splashing, teeth flashing, nearly took my bride. This ain't no honeymoon, we thought we'd choose easy. Lord have mercy, it's an alligator in the jacuzzi. We didn't need candlelight, oh they didn't need mine. When a reptile's thrashing, it sets the mood just fine. Hotel clerk said, y'all should've known, round these parts, the swamp's their home. Now the romance fizzled, the bubbles all gone. We packed up our bags and we drove till dawn. But we'll laugh someday, when we're old and gray, about the gator who stole our hot tub away. There's an alligator in the jacuzzi, grinning wide, tail a splashing, teeth flashing, nearly took my bride. This ain't no honeymoon, we thought we'd choose easy. Lord have mercy, it's an alligator in the jacuzzi. Next time, darling, we're booking a cabin in the mountains. We tied the cans on the back of that Ford Explorer. That engine could carry us toward the beach, the sun, the honeymoon dream. The smoke rolled out and she started to steam. We waved goodbye to the kinfolk crowd, didn't make them off, for the bang was loud on the edge of town in the churchyard light. Learn forever, don't start off right. Flat tire in paradise, stranded on a county line night. Love in the air, but the car won't roll. Two broken hearts and one busted soul. We planned on palm trees, moonlit skies, but fate's got jokes and it don't play nice. Welcome, baby, to married life, with a flat tire in paradise. She kicked her heels on the gravel road. I cussed that jack, cause it just been cold. Her veil caught wind, flew in the ditch. She said, if this is romance, I wanna switch. The neon sign of Earl's old bar flickered down the road, where we parked the car. Instead of sand and ocean breeze, we got Bud Light cans and a plate of fried cheese. Flat tire in paradise, stranded on a county line night. Love in the air, but the car won't roll. Two broken hearts and one busted soul. We planned on palm trees, moonlit skies, but fate's got jokes and it don't play nice. Welcome, baby, to married life, with a flat tire in paradise. Maybe it's luck, maybe it's fate. Our honeymoon's at the gas station gate. She laughed through tears, I held her tight, said at least we got each other tonight. Flat tire in paradise, stranded on a county line night. We'll toast our vows with a six-pack cold and dancing headlights on that old dirt road. No sandy beaches, no starlit skies, just a story to tell till the day we die. Welcome, baby, to married life, with a flat tire in paradise. Yeah, welcome, honey, to married life, with a flat tire in paradise. Like a hornet's nest, $29.99 a night or more, no less. Room smells like smoke, the carpet's torn. Two broken hearts checking in, one is scorned. She's got mascara running, he's got guilt in his eyes, both carrying stories they can't disguise. Love lies in a cheap motel, where the truth slipped out in secret smell. No honeymoon suite, just faded sheets. Two rings and promises they couldn't keep. Under flickering lights, it all went to hell. Love lies in a cheap motel. motel. He swore forever, but forever ran out. Her phone lit up with a name full of doubt. Voices got loud through paper-thin walls next door. They're laughing, but hear tears fall. She points to the Bible by the broken lamp. Says, funny how sin feels more like a stamp. Love lies in a cheap motel, where the truth slipped out and the secrets fell. No honeymoon suite, just faded sheets. 2 rings of promises they couldn't keep. Under flickering lights it all went to hell. Love lies in a cheap motel. The ice machine rattles like a midnight train. Both of them drowning in whiskey and blame. Keys on the nightstand, no one to trust. A story of lust turned ashes and dust. Love lies in a cheap motel, where the truth slipped out and the secrets fell. No honeymoon suite, just faded sheets. 2 rings of promises they couldn't keep. Under flickering lights it all went to hell. This love lies in a cheap motel. The ice machine rattles like a midnight train. Both of them drowning in whiskey and blame. Keys on the nightstand, no one to trust. A story of lust turned ashes and dust. Love lies in a cheap motel. It's love lies in a cheap motel. The ice machine rattles like a midnight train. Both of them drowning in whiskey and blame. Keys on the nightstand, no one to trust. A story of lust turned ashes and dust.